Greetings! Today we'll be doing a 3 vs 3 on NUG Encounter at Farpoint. It's exciting for me because I didn't take place in this. I usually know how it ends. And now I'm on the same page as you guys. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I do apologize. Magpie's going to use air this game. So up top it looks like we have Dubbzwerth, Setin, and Wingflier. And then bottom here we have Drummer, Magpie, and Twilight. So let's, not using the demo recorder, so I'm not too sure how the TAF speed changes work. If it's just like in-game or what. I think it is up to a certain point. But so far we're just getting eco. Looks like Drummer is starting vehicles. Magpie, or Wingflier rather. Colorblind over here. Wingflier is also going vehicles. Twilight vehicles. So 2 vehicles south. Setin is K-Bots. Magpie's gonna wing this one. 2 vehicles south, 2 vehicles north, and then in the middle we've got K-Bots versus air. Wingflier expanding out, grabbing his medal here. Dubbzwerth is about to get started here. Looks like we got Setin coming out, grabbing his metal patches in front. Magpie just finished his air plant. Twilight, he is grabbing his metal and he's just working on his eco right now, trying to get that energy up. Sorry, I'm going around a lot. We got a B coming out from Magpie. Looks like he is setting up mines on probably all 3 bridges. Yeah. So he's setting up a little minefield on all 3 bridges. Setin might catch him on that, though. Ooh, Wingflier with a comm going early across the middle there. Bold strategy. Can definitely pan out, though. Can definitely pan out. We'll have to see. Trying to get defenses set up quickly. We've got Magpie getting his Geo up. Twilight getting an HLT up. I would maybe I mean, good. It's a good thing to do, but I would maybe try to get it closer. We've got Drummer coming in with some scouts on Dubbzwerth here. Did some decent damage for the scouts. Magpie trying to help Twilight out here. He is getting quite a few air turrets, though. Twilight's working on some Shodins. In fact, I bet if he put a Guardian... Well, I think it'd be just out of reach. We've got a few AKs incoming from Setin here. It looks like he's going this way. Twilight was going out to call his bluff, but they got that HLT. Looks like Dubbzwerth just lost a commander. Well, Drummer and Dubbzwerth, they both They both lost their commanders. Looks like Drummer was trying to do a Wingflier over here, but he ran into Dubbzwerth commander or something. I think it's kind of hard to do because there's air everywhere, but if Magpie had focused, because without the commander, the base is a little bit harder to protect. If he had kind of just scouted a little bit so he'd know where to go, but kind of come through here, he'd take a few shots. He might be able to go up, get rid of these real quick. If he got rid of these right here and flew through here, he could easily take that out. He might lose 1 or 2 Banshees, and then he can just... Honestly, there's not much back here. He could have destroyed Wingflier's economy, and he did get a Guardian up there. It was a good idea. See, and that would have worked out especially because the Guardian would have got rid of all this, and Magpie could have taken out all this stuff, and he'd have been in trouble. It's still a bummer if you put a lot of resources into an early position like that, and it gets taken out. If you can't fortify it enough, then you pretty much lose a lot of ground. Although he did get a lot of metal from that. Looks like Dubbzwerth is coming in on Drummer here with a big flash army. Got his vehicle plant. He's taking out all his resources here. Luckily, these winds and back are a little bit hidden. Magpie coming in to help. He lost a lot there, though. He lost his plant. Luckily, he still has construction units because his commander's dead, too. Get rid of my markings. Sorry about that. The LLT and Dragon's Teeth is pretty sturdy. Get some bombers up. Just go take that out real quick. Just one bomber, really. It's not really enough AA around it. We've got Wingflier starting advanced. Setin's probably advanced too, or starting advanced rather. Dubbzwerth up here. Really hammering out that eco, getting lots of wins, lots of storage. Getting some air protection up as well. That's smart. The jellyfish. That's some good forethought, or whatever you want to call it right there. Because on a map like this, I would definitely try something like pincers. In fact, Twilight should try some pincers. You can go right up here. It's not much. There's AA. There is a commander. Chainsaw would do some damage. Setin getting lots of constructors out. I think some bombers might serve Magpie a little bit better. He could have taken out the missile turrets pretty quickly with those. Now, I mean, depending on how many he sent, he might not even get close, but air is one of those things where you really have to... Yeah, there you go. This is getting some bombers up. You really have to work hard, I feel. Because, like, artillery. Bombers are more like the artillery, but they're a lot easier to take out. We've got Twilight getting a shipyard up. That could potentially be really nice. He could raid all of this. He is getting Setin's putting a jellyfish up. Oh, he's putting jellyfish up everywhere. Yeah. Watching out for those sneaky things. Lots of bombers coming in from Magpie. Setin is about half full on advanced, and Wingflier is pretty close. It's probably what Magpie is going for, actually. He did manage to take out the HLT. The advanced did get up, though. Twilight could maybe send his Shodins in. I think with the commander there, they might not quite make it, but he is getting some air stuff up. We've got Setin moving in. Twilight moved air as well. He is about 60% on that advanced lab. Dubbzwerth is just going crazy on the wins. If Magpie can get through, he can do a lot of damage, or Drummer even. Advanced vehicle down to about 60%. He's not. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. There's a flacker. I was about to say there's not much air up, but there's a whole flacker. We've got Dubbzwerth making a move with Janus, looks like. We do have quite a bit from Drummer back here, though. Lots of Instigators, some Levelers, and some Wolverines. He's thinking twice about that. Flacker's almost down. Very close, but they're getting a second one up. Twilight is getting a shipyard up, though, and I'm not sure what they have to attack that. I don't think any of them have air. I did want to take a look at Drummer and how he rebuilt here, because he was doing pretty bad after that, I feel. He's getting advanced up about 30%. Lots of wins in the back there. One thing will take all those out. You gotta get there first. Twilight did get an Enforcer up. He got rid of the Jellyfish. That's good. That was gonna be doing the most damage. Looks like Wingflier's probably trying to take the shipyard out with a Luger there. Setin coming in trying to get rid of these bombers. He's also just about done with advance, and Dubbzwerth is just starting his advanced vehicles. I don't think anybody's got advance down here. Twilight has a shipyard. At this rate, I feel like they're probably going to fall behind. We've got Drummer working on it. He's about 50%, but doesn't look like Wingflier is getting any advanced eco out, so it's not. Looks like he's probably just starting. Now, if Twilight can get these destroyers up, he can probably raid that advanced vehicle. They are getting tons of jellyfish up, though, and 2 commanders. Drummer did try the pincers, but he did run into that jellyfish that was placed there. So right now things are, they're looking pretty grim. For the South team. So I imagine this guy's supposed to come up and do stuff. Setin's getting some advanced eco up. Because once they start getting the advanced eco, they're going to fall behind a lot. An envoy. Drummer's almost got tier 2 up, so that'll be nice. Because if he gets that up and it gives them a con, they might still stand a chance. But they're behind. Setin's getting up micro fusions, and it looks like a deep core. He's already got mohos up. Especially on a map like this, there's not a lot of metal to go around. There's enough to do stuff, but like once you I feel like once the other team gets advanced, you're going to be falling behind pretty well. This is a nice move. I assume those are the Shodins in there? They might be AKs, actually. Envoy's not going to make it. It's a pretty good warrior push. Unfortunately, there's just so much wreckage and so many things shooting. Twilight lost his commander. Not sure to what. I think things are about to take a southern turn here. I think they already took a southern turn, but Drummer is almost done with that. Dubbzwerth, he is about 40%. Setin's working on that Moho still, and Cloakable Fusion. He's using a lot of his metal to get the edge over resources. I do feel, now it's always good to keep resourcing up, but I feel like having all the information here, I actually don't know. I don't know how much he has, but I feel like they're in a pretty good position to overrun them. There's not much in terms of defense over here. He's got a Shiba. That'll take out quite a bit. Drummer did get those advanced cons out. Wingflier working on his advanced eco now. He does have this con up here doing nothing. I feel like he was supposed to replace these metal extractors. I mean, he could make the metal extractors, and I guess he's not using those currently, but he is pushing pretty hard though, so I think they got advanced a little too late. He doesn't really have much to stop any of this. I guess he's got a fort turret throwing up Dragon's Teeth, but that's not gonna hold him long. I think this is it for Twilight. We made a hard left. Got Dubbzwerth coming in over here. Lots of defenders. I feel like I see this a lot where people they just queue up big lines, and they definitely work, but I feel like they're more easily taken out like that. Like this, I feel, is much more effective because you have to target each one of them. When you do big lines of any defense, you know, they're going to take splash damage. You can lose groups at once. And if they send like gunships or something, they can just pick them off 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You know, like this, you have to go through and hit each one. I'm pretty sure this game is over. They got their advanced up. He probably finished that deep core. Setin's making 36 metal, it looks like, and Twilight's making 7. Magpie 16. Drummer 24. You got Dubbzwerth at 18. Wingflier at 45. So they're being heavily out-resourced at this point. I think a decoy com push with a sumo. Lots of looters coming in. Magpie lost his plants here. This is it. I think if they... It's all on drum. I'm not sure. I think that early push from Wing with the commander dealt Twilight a pretty big blow in terms of resources, because he wasn't able to get any of these really. And he held it for long enough that he was able to still do well. I think if they had... This is really loud in my ears. I think if they had a little more scouting early on, they could have done a bit better. Like I said, Mag could have like shot diagonally up here and taken out a lot of stuff of Wingfliers, which may have given them an edge. It's something that happens, you know, a lot. A lot of people don't scout. I don't scout, and then you get hyper focused on the defensive line, trying to take that out when you might be able to go around. Don't actually know, because there was some AA over here, and he had some on the bridge here. But I feel like if he had made a quick cut through the river there, he could have really dealt a big blow to Wingflier, because he still has like no defenses back here. Oh, he's got these. I lied. They weren't there though. Dubbzwerth did some really good damage on Drummer early on too, which probably set him back quite a bit. And I don't think they ever really pushed. I think Drummer got into Dubbzwerth's base once, and that was about the extent of the southern team's push up north. They were pretty much untouched. But all in all, that was a pretty good game. I kind of enjoy watching ones I don't play because I don't know what's going to happen. It's exciting. But let's take a look here. So I know, let's see, Wingflier in terms of energy and metal produced against Twilights, he pretty much made three times the metal. And it was probably a lot due to that forward push there. The energy, he never went advanced, so they're all going to have more energy, of course. I mean, I think the same could be said about metal, but the excess looks really nice. Dubbzwerth had a little bit of excess metal there, and Twilight as well. But other than that, I mean, Setin at 0, Drummer at 33, Wingflier at 3, Magpie 843. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Excess energy is all over the place. It's actually a little staircase right there. Produced, like Wingflier and Dubbzwerth look like they were producing the most. About 70,000 for the two of them. Magpie and Twilight were both about 25,000. Drummer at 35, Setin at 46. So yeah, they definitely just got out resourced. They really didn't get much raiding in on the south, or rather on the north. The south didn't get much on the north, so I think that was probably a big reason why they may have lost. But other than that, thanks for watching. See you next time.